Welcome everybody. We are in the tea ceremony. El té de la ceremonia del té. This is a kind of like a series or a TV program, encounter with people that I admire. Today is gonna be in English because our guest she doesn't speak Spanish, so it will be in English, maybe little parts in French. We'll see, but we'll manage to communicate. Okay, here is Kiera. I can see it. Hola, Lisa. Hola, Aaron. Friends are coming. This is amazing because you can join people from New York, from Alicante, from France, from everywhere in the world at the same time. I think is the beauty of this. Now, Kiera, you have to, aquí te veo, solicitar. So hopefully she will we will manage to join together here.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Oh, it's so nice to see your face. It's been so long.
Yes, me too. You are clear. You are. So I can hear you. I can see you.
Okay.
So this is good. Good news.
It's not my favorite lighting, but whatever.
Yeah. So Kiera is a good friend of mine, an old friend. When I don't know what is old or not old, but we met long time ago in Los Angeles, and we lived together in New York for almost a year together in Soho, Little Italy. Yeah. And we Lolita. Yeah. And we have been walking along together, no, on this path of life. Yeah. She was born in Belfast. That's why her mom she's Irish and her father is English American.
Yes.
Now I understand why she never gets drunk.
Exactly. Because I'm Irish. I always say I have Irish blood, but a Swiss mentality. Because I grew up in Switzerland, so I got the like efficient way of thinking of the Swiss, but then I have crazy Irish blood that makes me a little bit more feisty.
It's a good combination, a very good combination. So you grew up where exactly you grew up? The first years of your life?
Yeah, I was born in Belfast, and then afterwards, when I was very young, I grew up between London, Ireland, and Switzerland. And when I started school, I stayed based in Switzerland.
Okay.
And I think that's funny because I love traveling a lot, which I can't do right now. But I think already as a kid, I used to move around a lot. So I think that's maybe where it comes from. But I grew up in Switzerland, and then I moved to Paris for a little bit, then London, then New York, then LA, then back to New York, and now I live in Holland.
In Holland?
Yeah.
I thought you were in Geneva. I don't know.
I'm in Geneva right now, but I live there. See, I don't live anywhere. I live in my suitcase. It's always.
You're a gypsy.
I always say I'm a luxurious gypsy because I like my
Of course. With your Louis Vuitton travel bags or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the first 7 years of your life, you were in Switzerland, no? I remember when her father was his 50th anniversary. He did like a big, huge party from people all over the world.
In the circus.
He was the director of a circus, a very beautiful, like traditional circus.
Yes,
exactly. And he did the party there, so I was invited, and I was there with you.
There's a belly dancer, isn't there?
Yes.
Yes, the belly dancers and all this stuff.
And we were. I was sleeping in the house, in your family house, no? That now is a museum, right?
Yes, exactly. So the house that I grew up in, the Manoir de Bon is what it's called, is now called Chaplin's World. So it's been open 4 years. It just had its 4-year anniversary on April 16. They opened it April 16, so it would have also been the birthday of my grandfather, Charlie Chaplin. And so it's a museum. It's really nice what they've done. Actually, it won Best Museum in Europe last year. And And they really did an amazing job with the museum, because at first I wasn't, at first I was like, my home becoming a museum, I'm never going to go back. I don't want to see it like this, you know, very.
Yeah.
And I did go back and I liked it. So if I can like it, I mean, you know, I
Yeah.
think anyone can like it. They've managed to change my opinion of the whole thing. So that's how good it is.
I remember when I was there, going to have a breakfast and to see two little horses, no, like two little ponies walking around the house.
Yeah, we had two miniature horses and a Shetland pony, and they used to run free. And sometimes they would sneak into the kitchen because they wanted to eat dog food, which is very strange because we had also 9 dogs. And
Okay.
they were just like running around. My sister used to ride them all the time. Yeah.
How many brothers and
pets?
How many brothers and sisters you are?
I have 7 brothers and sisters. We're 8 total. So yeah, we're 5 from my mother and father, and then my mother had a daughter, and my dad has twins. So we're a very big family, which is very fun. I like it.
Yes. And do you remember? I don't have so much memory of my childhood, but when you were around 7 years old, what was the things you were doing? Play. What would you like to do?
I liked ballet. I remember I liked horse riding. I liked playing. I used to play by myself a lot in the garden. I had a big garden, and I would just go off with the dogs and climb trees and make stories up in my head. And then I used to love going to school wearing like my tutu. I was very into fashion already, I think.
I see
I used to want to be a ballerina, so I had this big tutu, and I'd wear that every day to school.
So, what age did you started modeling, more or less?
I started modeling when I was 16. At 16, I went to. I started in Paris, and yeah, I started in Paris. It wasn't going like it was going okay. It was a lot harder than what I thought. I thought, oh, I'm going to be a model. It's going to, I'll be booked in 5 seconds, and didn't realize you had to actually work.
Yeah.
To get there, you have to do hundreds of castings, running around Paris. But back then, you didn't have your phone, so you'd have the maps and finding the books and the maps and finding every appointment, and it was exhausting. And so I was there for maybe a year, and then I went to New York. And in New York, things happened a lot quicker for me. I think I remember I went to meet Peter Lindbergh.
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah, he recently passed away, unfortunately.
These photos are amazing. I remember them.
Yeah,
so beautiful.
I went to see him. He was shooting Armani Exchange, and then he said, "Oh, we'll come back tomorrow. You're in the campaign." So suddenly I did it, and this was like just arriving in New York, and then I also met Michel Comte, and we did Italian Vogue together. So things then happened kind of quickly, and then afterwards everyone kind of followed. Once you have these photographers saying that you're cool, then everyone else thinks you're cool.
You have been the égérie of Benetton, Tommy Hilfiger, Cavalli, Armani, Pirelli calendar. Yeah, that's quite sexy. I like that.
Peter Lindbergh, actually. That was also Peter Lindbergh. Yeah.
You have been also acting as doing actress work. Well,
I did some
both at the same time, no?
I did some acting, but I feel like I never really developed a passion for acting. I think it's very fun, and I enjoy doing it when I do it. But I also, it never fully clicked for me. But
I understand. Yeah. You still, you just finished like campaign, no, for this the watch.
Yes, I did. I've been working with this brand Saint Honoré for the last, I guess almost 3 years now, or 2 years, and I did their campaign, and I also designed a watch collection with them. So I have my own watches, which is great. And I met them because they were my sponsor at this car rally that I did in Morocco. The rally, I said the Gazelle du Maroc, and I did that, and it was such an incredible experience. It's there's 160 teams of only women, and we're in the desert for 8 days. and you have no cell phone, nothing, because the whole goal is to find your way with a map and a compass. So you have to give your phone away, which you think you won't survive without your phone, but it's fine. And then you're sleeping in tents and doing all these things that I thought I was going to hate, but I loved it. And you're driving through sand, and I did it a few times. I did it once in a pickup, and I also did it once in an electric car with my friend Jasmine Grimaldi, and we've been, promoting electric car sustainability as well while doing that.
I remember I saw one of your videos in Instagram. It was like a car with a big mountain of sand. And I was like, what the fuck?
That's where we went to.
That's very dangerous indeed.
In China, actually. It was in China. And we went
in China?
Yeah, but that was someone doing a demo, but it was crazy. They went so high up. Yeah, and that thing just goes down, 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 down. Yeah. And I think actually one girl who did it banged her head, but
wow.
Yeah, no, it's insane, but you know what? It's incredible because the whole point of this rally is that you push your limits. And the woman who started this rally, her name is Dominique Serra, and she did it. She started it. This year would have been 30 years that they do it, but it got canceled obviously with the coronavirus. But it's. She started it 30 years ago because she was fed up that women at the workplace, were considered less than men. So she wanted to do something that would be really hard, for men and women, but only for women to do. And so anybody can go and do it, and you can, suddenly one year you just decide I'm going to do something crazy. It's not only for professionals; anyone can do it. And because what they do is they do it, it's not who's the fastest, but who does the shortest distance. You can stop, and if you see someone that's stuck, you can go out and help them, because you just turn your car off and you don't make any distance. So women help each other, and it's just really empowering and great. And then you feel like, I'm never going to be able to do this, and you do it, and you just, it's so empowering. It's incredible.
This master that I like some of his teaching is Osho. He would say people who make these extreme sports, what they are looking deeply is to be in the here and now. Because when you are in this situation, like you cannot be with the mind anywhere but there.
No.
So it's like super fully presence, in the moment.
Yeah, no, and it's crazy because, like I said, you have to give your phone away. And I was thinking, how am I going? Like, what am I? You're so used to having your phone, and I was thinking, even to take a picture or whatever, but then you just forget everything. You're in the moment. So you're in the car from 7 in the morning, and you're back at maybe 8 o'clock at night, and you're just driving. And any other time, you would be so fed up of being in the car, but because you're so concentrated at looking at your map, at going through this, the day goes by really quick. You're in the moment, you're full, and you forget about everything. And then
it's a good meditation.
At the end of it, you kind of go crazy because you're looking for these flags, and then you start laughing, and you think, my God, if people could see us, we're just driving around searching for these flags, like crazy women, like, where is this thing? But it's so much fun.
I think there are many ways of meditation, which is to be in the present.
Yeah,
and this is a good one.
Yeah, no, and it's because you really disconnect from you forget everything because you don't have your phone, you don't have, you just really stay there, and you stay very connected with the women too, because no one has their phones. Everyone hangs around and speaks and has dinner together in the evening.
Instead of competition, collaboration, which exactly. I hope is going to be the future.
Everyone's nice, but when you're competing, yeah.
Yeah, but you can collaborate.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we were talking about modeling, what do you like most about modeling, and what do you like the worst of modeling?
The thing I like the most about fashion is the creative people in fashion. I like the eccentric mindsets and people kind of doing art. Like that's what I usually like with anybody in the entertainment field. It's just those creative minds and people who think outside the box. I really like the traveling too and getting to go places and see things and it's great.
The new, everything is new all the time.
Yeah.
There's no routine.
New and different, and just you're pushing boundaries, and so it can be very fun. But then there's also I guess, a very shallow side sometimes that I think is not good. And then I think also what's dangerous is, like, we're so young when you start in that industry, you know, and people can be mean and they don't realize how, you know, how vulnerable.
The fragility, no, of a teenager.
Yeah,
but I think like
these girls, you know, you're more than just a clothes hanger showing up. You know, it's like you're away from your family, you're working, like, and there's a lot. There can be some, you know, very like bitchy people, but you know.
But the good thing about modeling now, like in the 30s, is great because you have this maturity. You know the work, you know how to do, you know everything. It's easier, no? With growing up.
I think also, well, as you get older, you get more comfortable in your own skin. You don't care anymore. And also, I think what really helped with me is I started doing my other things too. So, you know, it's like, because you don't want to just be considered a pretty face or just a body. Like, you have a personality that you also want to express, and it's not.
You also sing, because I have heard some of your songs and they're so beautiful. She's an amazing singer also.
Thanks. I think as artists, you know, creative people, you like to do things that you like to try different things and do different things, because it all feeds into each other, and it's just keeping your creativity busy, and you just do things, and some things stick and some things don't.
I would like to talk also about this Kiera. She's a friend that she doesn't care. She just helps. You know, like she sees that you are stuck in something in your career. She introduces you something. Then you are in France. She introduces you something. She's not greedy. No, she's like, she just helps people. She helped me so much in my career. She helped me so much introducing me people. I went to Bulgaria because of you, to Croatia. I went to many places because of you. And now you are developing that in a more concrete way. No, the charity work you're doing.
Yeah.
The school you did in Africa, Desert School is the name, or?
The Desert Flower School.
The Desert Flower School. Tell us about that.
The Desert Flower Foundation, and we just opened the Kiera Chaplin Desert Flower School.
So beautiful.
It's really, I think it's maybe one of the things that I'm the most proud of, the most excited about, because I really feel like it's really meaningful, and no, it's great. It's in Sierra Leone, and we have 400 students. In Sierra Leone, about 70% of the population doesn't know how to read or write. 70, not 17, no?
They are nothing to do with the soldiers, the diamond soldiers, no? It's
just because they had the Civil War for a long time that lasted, and then they had Ebola that lasted. They've just been through a lot, and I think the focus was never. It's a very poor country, so when countries are poor, they just don't have schools. They just don't have anything. So, but they want to catch up. They want to catch up. They want to be able to have companies go there so they can have their people work in them and stuff. So they're really focusing on education right now, and so yeah, it's great to be a part of that. And it's so funny because I really hated school, and now I have a school with my name. But, that's the luxury that we have, is that we're allowed in this part of the world to hate school, whereas they don't even get to go. It really puts things in perspective.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you were making a project also with some women in India, with Kashmir or something like that?
Yeah. So one of my new projects is with this brand, Janvi. I have a whole pashmina collection. They're coming out in August, and it's really nice cashmere. It's like handmade, beautiful, and it's got a lot of embroideries on it, and they're very glamorous, obviously, because I want it to be very Art Deco and old Hollywood style.
Oh.
So, yeah. So it's fun. Another new collaboration, and I can't wait for everyone to be able to see them soon.
Qué chulo.
Yeah.
You've been traveling a lot also this year. You were in China, in Russia, because you have founded the Chaplin Award, right?
Yes, exactly.
What is this?
So the Chaplin Award is an award that we give to an actor or director for their work in film, and it's not necessarily for one project, but it's for a whole life. It's for a whole body of work. Their whole career. And I think also today to be able to stand the test of time is very important, because a lot of people do one great project, disappear, and all this. So it's basically celebrating someone who's had a long, amazing career in the movies. And there's actually been one that's been going on in New York for 46 years. And Meryl Streep has got it, Tom Hanks, Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro. Like, the list is incredible, people who really deserve it. And I was going to that a lot. And then I was like, my grandfather never wanted to speak in films.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, repeat again the last sentence. Remember.
So the one in New York had been going on for a long time, and I was going saying, this is such a beautiful event of celebrating these talented people, and I think my grandfather didn't want to speak in his movies because he liked that it was international. There was no barriers of language, and so I thought we should be able to celebrate all the big film industries around the world, because there's not just American films. There's also like China has huge, they do great movies, and they have a huge industry. Russia as well. What I would also like to get actually is Bollywood, because Bollywood's a huge industry. So I think it's nice to be able to celebrate these people around the world in their films, and not ignore them just because we don't speak the language.
Which one is the favorite film of your grandpa?
Yeah, I get at this. I don't really.
Well, it's difficult.
I have a few. I like City Lights, Modern Times, The Great Dictator.
Such a visionary, no? Like he was seeing the future.
Yeah.
No, before.
It's crazy. It's funny, because the more I learn about him, the more I'm just like, wow. And and I always say I think I'm his biggest fan. Like, really, it's funny to think that I'm related to him, but yeah.
But your grandmother, she was an amazing writer too, right?
My grandmother was the daughter of a very big playwright. Yeah.
Right.
So Eugene O'Neill. So
but she was a writer too, or not?
No, I think she would write as a hobby, but she wasn't.
I just saw this winter a movie about her and her love affair, and I don't remember.
J.D. Salinger. Yes, yeah. Because she
Chelsea Hotel.
She was with J.D. Salinger, and I think she broke his heart because he went to war, and then he found out through the newspapers that she was dating my grandfather. So, yeah, a little heartbreaker, my grandmother. What can I say?
Reminds me of someone over there. So, I was very impressed this morning. You told me, I talk to you later. I'm going to run.
Yeah.
What is this new thing in your life, like super healthy life?
For a while.
Yeah.
I've been running. Yeah, I work out a lot, and I run, and especially now that we're that I'm basically sitting inside all the time. I need to go use up my energy.
I was so jealous in a beautiful way. This spa, no,
Clinique Paris.
Oh,
yes, I was
so beautiful this place.
Before all this, and it was so, they have a new detox program, and you just go there and you eat vegan food and get massages and learn about nutrition and do some workouts and
I want to escape with you at some point.
Yes.
I want to escape with the mother life and go with you to spa, this beautiful spa.
You probably need it more than I do.
I just had a flashback right now from Turkey, together in Istanbul. It was a race, no? It was the Formula One, Formula something, no?
Yeah, it was the Formula One when we were there.
And afterwards, you're making formulas too, rallies.
Wow. It's like yesterday. You haven't changed.
I'm so Turkish.
Yes.
We used to we love to dance and we love electronic music. We have been partying in New York, in Ibiza, because we like to live and to laugh and to meet people. No, we are modern women, no?
Yeah.
Do you still would like to make some electronic music, singing, or?
Never say never. That's my motto.
Because
I have one song that I did not long ago, and it actually came out in Turkey. But it might come out. I don't know. I'm going to see what we're going to do. I do everything with feeling. I meet people I like, and I do collaborations, and I just do everything with. There's no map. It's just things that I suddenly feel passionate about. So let's see.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
When we were when we met in LA, you did this song, "I'm So Sexy." Do you know? You remember?
Do you think I'm sexy?
Do you think I'm sexy?
It was a cover of Rod Stewart. Yeah.
You should put it again back in the world because it was really a hit.
It was kind of like a dark.
No, it was
a dark
kind of
version. A dark version of it.
Oye, is Jezabel with you, your little dog?
No, unfortunately, no. She's my little Jezebel. She's on a farm.
Oh, see?
Yeah, she's on a farm in Switzerland. She's having a nice retirement over there. I was traveling too much. It's not possible to.
Jezabel is a little dog. What is the
mini pincher?
Mini pincher. She was born the same day like me, 11th June.
Exactly.
I remember.
Yeah.
So she's in a retreat like me, living in the country with the trees.
Well, she's got a huge land, and she's got there's another dog there, but she runs the whole house and she does her little walks. I mean, heaven.
And how is going for you this COVID virus, living alone there? How is the process for you?
It's going well. I feel like the first week I was angry because I was like, this is over-exaggeration, blah, 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 stopping the whole world. And then afterwards I kind of adapted and just kind of thought, okay, well, now I have all this time to do things that I always thought that you say, oh, when I have time, I'm going to do this. And then I was like, well, now is the time to actually do it. So I started just like looking into more things that I was interested in doing, and just you find a new rhythm, and it's about finding the new rhythm and the new way. And now I'm kind of thinking, how is the world going to be soon? I don't know.
You are allowed to go out to run, no?
Yeah, here we're allowed. They just opened the hair salons and nails. I got my nails done today.
I did it myself.
I was so excited. So they've opened that, but supermarkets, and you're not really supposed to be out, but they don't say anything, and you don't need to wear a mask if you're outside. But yeah,
it's not been too bad over there, right?
I mean, it was. For a little bit, it was, considering that there's only 8 million people in Switzerland. It was quite high for a little bit, and then but it's gone down. The peak has really gone down. So that's good.
So your family is healthy. Everybody's fine. Everything's fine.
Everybody's fine. I think my poor dad though has stayed in the house for 6 weeks. He hasn't gone outside because he's worried.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Bueno, that's good news.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have something, because I think this process of going inside, no, like it makes you go to your home, inside of your home, and inside of yourself, no, because I think it comes out so many parts of yourself, no.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it has been like that.
You start rethinking. It's put a hold. Like everything's, slowed down. So you have more time of thinking and then seeing what's important, what's not important. And I mean, you're spending a lot more time alone at home, which normally you're always busy running. So it's, you have to always try and take the positive out of everything and hope for the best.
now you live alone there in Geneva, or?
No, I'm not alone.
Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. Depends.
It's good to be in good company. I've heard many stories of people going crazy, but
No,
for me, it's not been too bad.
Okay, good. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Like now the future is kind of nowhere. No, we don't know the future. No, so we have to be in the present. But
Yeah.
if you here now, if you imagine the perfect future, how it would be for you?
The perfect future. It's a good question. I never really try and think too much of the perfect future, because when I do, it never turns out the way I think anyway.
It doesn't matter. You just in Spain we say like you ask to the universe, but
I think I feel like the world is going very fast and in a very sort of superficial, silly way, and I think this is just gonna hopefully just kind of reset a few things and reset a few just the way of seeing stuff. I think it also makes us realize that we're fragile and the world is fragile, and we need to take care of ourselves and take care of the planet, and be more conscious of what we're doing.
Yeah, there are so many Chaplins there. Bernie, Shannon, hello.
That's my mom. Hi, Mom, and my sister.
Hola. my father and my mother also were there. I think this is amazing, no? Like, thanks to this moment, I'm connecting with my best friends, with friends from all over the world, in just the here and now.
Yeah.
This is so beautiful.
Great.
It's so beautiful.
Exactly. It's a time to reconnect with people, and there's some good. There's always good. There's some, there's some good in everything. It's like the yin yang. Yeah. So.
People over there, you wanna ask, because we're gonna finish in a little time. Yeah. If you wanna ask anything or share anything to Kiera, any question, anything you would like to know about her, or propose her a movie or whatever. Let's see.
Yes.
Pretty Woman, my father. Pretty Woman. That my father is not so. We look great and healthy. Aaron, remember Aaron?
Yes.
From New York. I think this is the beauty of this direct thing, no? Like, it's not only like a meeting or an interview. It's like,
when are you back to New York? I don't know. Not anytime soon, that's for sure. No, New York. No. I was supposed to be in New York end of April, and so now I don't know. I probably not before September, unfortunately. But I
want to meet your mom, because I know your father, but your mom I think we never met.
No, you like my mom. She's fun.
It's a good plan to meet in Holland.
Yes, you should. You should. I want to meet your children.
Yes.
Kids, yeah. Yes. The whole family.
Yeah. Bueno, an advice. And any advice for a person who is depressed? Watch films, Chaplin films, movies.
Yeah, Chaplin.
Laugh.
Be positive, but it's hard. I know there's a lot of people that are alone, and I think sometimes when you're alone, it's really difficult with your own thoughts. And I was going to say get out and go for a walk, but even that's hard, because some places you're not allowed to go out for a walk.
Where can we find?
I was going to say get out and go for a walk, but even that's hard, because some places you're not allowed to go out for a walk.
Where can we find the movies in internet?
I believe there's some on iTunes. And then iTunes. And then there's a YouTube channel that has a lot of small clips. But iTunes, you should find some. And in France, it's on Netflix. And then I think we have something with Turner Classics, but I'm not sure if it's out yet. Oh, my mom just said, read The Secret.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. Read The Secret, read The Power of the Now.
Do you reread it, or you didn't have time?
I remember you told me about The Secret. You were the first person, and I did the audio book, and I gave it to my mom. So we have you to thank for it.
Look at my father saying, Narcos, Narcos.
Yeah.
Totally him. See, The Power of Now is a book to reread again and again, because I think even if you have made so many meditations, it forgets the mind, everything. It's a work every day going back to the present, every moment.
I actually listen to a lot of, my new thing too is listening to audiobooks. I used to listen to them when I'm on the plane. I have this app and you download them and it's, or if you go for a walk and then just hearing, The Secret, The Power of the Now, or whatever, all these books that are giving you, they're just giving you like positive thoughts for your brain, and you're listening to positive things, and after a while you just kind of start believing it. Because I think that's the whole point, is to get rid of all that negativity that's in your brain.
For this person that asked, I don't know if it was a man or a man, I don't remember, but Eckhart Tolle, which is the writer of The Power of Now, I'm going to tell a short story. He got so depressed. He was in a very, very suffering for so long, very, very depressed. And he just let himself to sink into that, going deep, 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 deep. When he couldn't anymore, he was in the reach of dying. He got enlightened. He got enlightened. And he gives so many, in YouTube, there are so many videos of him. Actually, he's talking about the COVID. He's talking about many things that are very useful for this person. Maybe this depression is going to be the rebirthing yourself.
No, it's true. I think a lot of people have been, with everything stopping, you're like alone with your demons or alone with your truth, and you have to face it.
Yeah. So. On the 29th, it's supposed to pass like a meteorite very close to the Earth.
Oh my
God. They were saying it's going to come to the Earth, but now they're saying it's not going to come, but it's going to come close to the Earth. So who cares?
Oh my God.
We can die any moment. We can die any moment.
I saw this really cool thing, and it's a picture of the universe, and it says stop taking things so seriously. You're this big, and it's like like you see everything, and you just see a tiny dot, and it's true. It's like, you know what, you have to let things go and not take it so seriously. No, you don't even know what's going on in the whole world. So, yeah.
Do you have any quotes from your grandpa? Because I think he was an amazing master.
Yeah.
And actually, if you want to read some of them,
I'll say one, which is probably good for now, is nothing is permanent in this world, not even our troubles. So, yeah. So that's a good one to think. Yes, and another one is, a day without laughter is a day wasted. So I think it's important to always try and smile and laugh and
laugh.
Yeah. We have to laugh, if not we go crazy.
Your sister, she had a tattoo with the second one or something?
My sister, I don't know if she has the quote.
Not the quote, but something. I just had like a flashback.
She has her logo, and it's got a Chaplin thing in it.
Yeah. I think it's a perfect moment to go back to these movies and to don't forget, all the knowledge, all the wisdom. Wisdom. My English is horrible. Sorry. Since I live in the country 5 years with the non-speaking English, terrible. Smile.
I'll learn Spanish for next time.
Yes. So, bueno, let's say maybe we see each other in Holland.
My mom is saying Laura's tattoo says smile.
Smile. That's why.
Yeah, you remember it. Yeah, I was thinking it doesn't have that much writing. It doesn't have a full quote. Yeah, it says smile.
Yes, I was remembering something like that. And when I saw it, it was like, it's a good tattoo, because humor is, all the good masters, they always say, like, life is like a joke.
Yeah. No, and they actually say we don't even realize how important, the energy that laughter brings is really importance. My sister wrote a book actually about that. And the whole point, and the whole point is like they even say you should force yourself every day just to laugh, even if you're not laughing, just because it does something in your body. And then you might start laughing because you feel so stupid doing it. But you should do that for at least 5 minutes every day, and it will change your mood.
You just gave me an idea. Let's make it now to close this thing.
Okay.
Okay. So I think
it works.
It works. Ooh, so much energy, and light. My father said risoterapia, laughing therapy. He was going. I had a photo of my father on the beach in front of my house with a group of people laughing. It was like a therapy of laughing.
About it.
And my father was doing that in front of my house with a group of people. In India, they do that. In India, they do that a lot.
Okay, well, good to know. So people laugh, smile, have fun. Force yourself, even if you don't want to.
So, bueno, we're gonna finish this interview with this laugh, with this. Thank you so much for accepting this interview.
Oh, thank you. It's so nice to see you. I want to see you in real and not long.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are together forever.
Yes,
the heart.
Absolutely.
The heart. You are my wife too. My husband, he was very jealous. He was saying, "You never get pretty for me." I was like, "Of course, I'm going to see my wife."
We haven't seen each other in a while.
He was very jealous.
Tell him I don't mind. I share.
I share too. Okay. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I will try to put this video also in Instagram TV so people can see it 24 hours and afterwards for forever.
Yeah, perfect.
And bueno, take care and just
lots of love.
I love you.
Bye.
Ciao. Gracias.
Bye.
Thank you everybody for being with us and for sharing this moment with us.
Yeah.
Ciao, Bernie. Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao. Thank you. Ciao.